this week, Dr. Mary Trump, the niece of President Donald Trump, appeared on CNN opposite Don Lemon to talk about her uncle's, I guess you would call it, soft coup. At least as of now, it's a soft coup. God only knows what each and every day is going to bring. Obviously, a new horror of some sort. We're just waiting to see how bad it's going to be. So here's the thing. Dr. Mary Trump said something absolutely brilliant. And this is something I have hinted at too over the last week or so, and that is that Donald Trump has effectively gaslit himself into actually believing his own claims of massive voter fraud. Here's what she said. She said he gaslights himself, which is kind of a fascinating thing. You know, he understands what the truth is, but he lies about it to such a degree that it's not just other people he starts convincing. Plus, he's being so enabled, people are giving him hope with these frivolous lawsuits and by still listening to him by blocking the Biden administration at every turn. So basically, and again, you know, I've hinted at this as well, he knows what the truth is, or at least 2 weeks ago, he knew what the truth was. The truth was you lost, Biden won fair and square. That's the end of it. But then he started saying, well, I can't just lose. I have to convince my base that I'm strong and that I'm fighting this. So what if we say there's massive voter fraud and we start filing all these lawsuits? And then even though there's no evidence, and he knows because he's involved, he knows there's no evidence, he's still out there and he said it so much that he's actually started to believe it himself. You know, who is the one who says you repeat a lie so often enough, it eventually becomes the truth? Now, we typically think of that as for the public. You know, if I lie to you so many times, eventually you're going to believe that that's what it is. But we never look at the inverse of that, like, what if I lie so much that I actually start believing my own lie? And it's actually, in psychological terms, which I don't know the extent of the training y'all have in psychology. I have quite a bit. I was getting a master's in that before it became too expensive, but we do have a tendency to do that to ourselves. You know, when we lie, for example, lie to our parents, and it's a lie that might be minor, but it's one that we have to keep going for many years into adulthood. By the time we reach adulthood, it's often found that we have altered our own memory to actually believe that the lie we were telling is what actually happened, because we create that story in our mind. We create the imagery in order to sell the lie. But what we don't always realize is that by creating the imagery, it almost gets burned into our brains. And I'm so glad that Dr. Mary Trump brought this up, because we're watching it happen in real time. 2 weeks ago, reports were coming out. Republicans in the White House said, look, Trump knows this isn't real. He knows he lost. He just has to look strong for his base. But then this week, you stopped hearing those reports. You got the sense that, oh my God, he's really starting to fall for this. And that's what's so terrifying. Not just that he has convinced an overwhelming number of Republicans that the voter fraud happened, but that now he's even managed to convince himself. That's truly terrifying.